Hey guys, we are Mike and Caitlin with the Welcome Home Network, and we want you to get to know a little bit about the cities and towns that make up the Puget Sound here in Western Washington.
The city we are highlighting in January is Sumner. The mountain's not out because it's January. Come along with us today as we explore some of this city's best little gems.
Sumner was founded in 1853 as Stuck Junction in anticipation of a stop on the Northern Pacific Railway. The town was originally named Franklin until 1891 when the post office requested that the name be changed to avoid confusion with other similarly named towns. The town's new name was chosen via lottery, and it was ultimately named after then Senator Charles Sumner.
Known as the rhubarb pie capital of the world, Sumner is known as a wily agricultural community. Its historic downtown is home to a variety of shops and businesses and the center of many community events. Although the north side of town remains industrial, the main street hosts a lively business district with plenty of restaurants, shopping, and services.
It may be important to note that Sumner actually sits in a valley beneath Mount Rainier. If that's important to you, in case that big beautiful mountain does blow, you might want to make note of that.
Sumner is 23 miles from SeaTac International Airport and only 1 hour from strapping into those skis and snowboards.
The 2022 census for Sumner shows that the population's around 10,545 people.
One thing people love about Sumner is the great schools. Niche.com gives them a high rating of A-. Outdoor activities are rated with an A. Health and fitness grades a B+. Diversity also comes in at a B+. Nightlife rates a B+, which doesn't surprise us given all of the amenities offered in the area. And commuting comes in at a B. Sumner could be considered a bedroom community where people leave the town to go work in other areas.
Let's talk crime. The city of Sumner experiences very little violent crime. 24 total violent crimes were reported in 2022, and the stats show that Sumner is almost 40% below the national average for violent crimes reported per 100,000 people. Next up, we want to highlight the city's parks. Sumner's not a huge town, so there's not a ton of parks. We're going to talk about the favorite three: Rainier View, Bill Heath Sports Complex, which has got baseball fields, soccer fields, and then right here where we're at, Loyalty Park.
Loyalty Park is Sumner's oldest and most iconic park. As you can see, it's massive. It recently underwent a huge renovation. There's a brand new playground behind us over here, basketball and pickleball courts, horseshoe pits, plenty of picnic tables for the summertime, and behind us you'll also see a dog area. It's just the best spot.
Super fun outside of January.
Yeah. There are a few main hubs to grab coffee in Sumner. Electric Coffee opened just a few years ago, and it's become a cornerstone of the city, sitting right along the tracks of Main Street.
There's obviously many spots to choose for food in Sumner, and we're barely going to scratch the surface here, but let's take a look at some fan favorites.
River's Edge Cafe sits on the, well, edge of town, and it's the perfect sandwich bistro for lunch. Underrated spot for sure.
Across the street is the newly-ish open Oxbow Urban Kitchen, offering more of an upscale dining experience for Sumner. They pride themselves on locally sourced food and top-notch cocktails. Definitely recommend.
The third restaurant we want to highlight today is Sorcy's Italian Cafe. If you're wanting a great Italian spot that feels like a hole in the wall, you need to eat here. Great portions, super friendly staff.
So Craft 19 has a special place in our hearts, so it deserves an honorary shout out because the sweet and savory crepes and good coffee options here too. The space isn't very big, but the overflow seating definitely helps. You gotta check out Craft 19 right across the street on Main Street. We gotta respect the camera crew's time here, but one thing we cannot go without mentioning in Sumner is highlighting the Old Canary.
When Tony and Maybeth Grout started their upholstering business in 1953, they probably didn't realize that half a century later, they would be the owners of one of the largest and most successfully private-owned furniture stores on the entire West Coast.
This place is huge, and they carry quality furniture brands ranging from end tables, sectionals, to bedroom sets, and my personal favorite, a large scratch and dent section.
Some come down to the Old Canary for furniture. Many come for, get this, the fudge. All the fudge is made on site and is delightfully fresh and tasty. Plus, they also carry old-fashioned candy and sweets. They rotate through 28 flavors of fudge.
Well, as we were grabbing fudge from the Old Canary here, we were actually caught wind that Peter Sproul, who was the Old Canary's first employee, was working today. So, man, Peter, what has it meant to you to work here for as long as you have and just the growth that you've seen?
Well, it's kind of been my life. We started small and we grew and grew and grew.
Has it maintained kind of that small culture being a privately held company?
Yeah, because we can make decisions, we can turn on a dime.
So what do people love about the store when they first walk in?
So I think the first thing that hits them is like, this is a city block long. Nobody does accessories like we do accessories. We are loaded down with accessories.
Every square inch, it seems.
Yeah.
I love that. So good. There's a few annual traditions here that we want to highlight. Many folks look forward to here in Sumner. Rhubarb Days is in the summer, the Sip and Stroll downtown in February, and of course the Daffodil Parade every April.
We are here with Courtney, owner of Ame Aesthetic Institute in Sumner off of Main Street. Courtney, tell us a little bit about your business here.
My Aesthetic Institute, we are a med spa. Myself and my business partner, Jessica, who's a nurse practitioner, we offer Botox, fillers. We also offer a wide array of laser aesthetic services here in downtown Sumner, skincare, diamond glow facials.
What do you love most about being a business here in downtown Sumner?
Coming down to Sumner has such that home, downtown, small town vibe that we've loved. Our first year kind of had a lot of little things happen over the first year, little traumas, but you know what? The whole community has been super helpful. It's a whole community that everyone was super welcoming, super warm, and yeah, I just love, I can walk out on the street and be like, hey.
They have the Sip and Stroll coming up. Yes. Are you guys a part of that?
We are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
That is February 10th.
Okay.
From 4 to 7.
Okay, so be sure to swing by here February 10th from 4 to 7. Check out Ame Aesthetic Institute here off of Main Street in downtown Sumner. Thank you so much, Courtney, for taking the time to talk with us. We really appreciate you. Let's talk housing. Sumner is a very desirable area to live in. So many people come to this area because of its accessibility to freeways, the sense of pride and ownership by living here, and it's just a very, very special place. Let's dive into the stats in Sumner.
We pulled stats this morning, so you know they're as fresh as a freshly baked rhubarb pie. The average sales price here in Sumner is about $692,000, actually down 3% compared to this time last year. The average home spending about 38 days on market, and the average size, because it's a little bit older town, so you have older homes, is about 1,700 square feet. The last thing I want to point out, we still only got about 2.5 months of inventory, so that tells us that there's still a lot more demand than supply.
Lastly, the desirability of living in Sumner will continue to drive the local real estate market. It has fantastic schools, a safe community, and the amenities that we talked about today make it one of the best places to live in Western Washington. We hope you've enjoyed our ultimate guide to Sumner. If you're considering moving here or relocating to any portion of Western Washington, we would love to interview for the job.
Absolutely. We'll be sure to put our contact info below. And if you mention the ultimate guide to Sumner, we'll throw in a gift card to one of the restaurants we highlighted today. Until next month, take care.